101. Let's take you to the podium. Ime Udoka after a tough Game 3 defeat.
Missing the free throw? Yes. 4 seconds left. We got our bigs in to go after the board, and we had our chances there. Obviously missed a few layups and then got the tip, but didn't even have to come down to that last play, honestly. We were sloppy in the third and execution-wise at times. Allowed them to get that lead, but battled back well in the fourth, but can play a whole lot better.
How did things get away from you there in the third quarter, and particularly Jason really struggled shooting points tonight? Was that more of him or was that the Bucks were doing?
No, more so not taking the shots that were there. I'd say turnovers. We had I think 4 at the half and 7 in that quarter, which hurt us in Game 1. Turnovers got them out on the break. I think they only had single-digit fast break points going into the half, and then they obviously exploded in that quarter. So as we talked about coming into the series, good offense and taking care of the ball is going to be paramount in this series, and in that third quarter got away from us there.
What did you say after the third?
I'm sorry?
What did you say to the guys after the third?
We haven't played well at all. It's like a 10, 11, 12-point game. I mean, didn't play great offense the first half, and we were up 4, and so just don't shoot ourselves in the foot. Let's come back, show some resolve and get our composure back. And so we did that, battled back, obviously to take a late lead, but got to be more solid in general, especially in the third quarter.
How did you see that play where they called Marcus? I don't want to give him 2 shots.
It was a foul. It was a foul. He caught the ball. He's turned it into a shot. Both feet set. You can't say that's a sweep like that, and you're going into a shot. So poor call, poor no call. He was sweeping it like, yeah. But you can clearly see it I saw it in person, but also on the film. I just went and looked at. It's a shot. He's curling into a shot. He's getting fouled on the way up. Bad missed call.
Can they review that?
No.
So they can.
No.
It felt like Giannis was able to pick his matchup a lot more in this game. Was that something you guys schematically, or was that something you were able to force on you?
A little bit of both. Depends on the coverage we're in. If we want to keep certain guys on him, I don't think we did a great job of defending him on the perimeter. Gambled and reached a few times too many, especially our guards, and let them get downhill there. But they'll try to have play calls that they will try to get certain guys in, and Holiday and Connaughton got loose on some threes, so we started switching a little bit more toward the end, and trust our guys to guard on the perimeter, and did a poor job reaching at times or showing him a crowd. We got downhill there.
Were there any calls you considered challenging? I think especially the one that would have possibly been the fourth foul with him backing down on Grant there. Just the amount of physicality that he was able to put in, foul calls he was instilling on you. Just how do you kind of weigh that as a game goes on?
Yeah, you're weighing foul calls versus time and score, and we used ours on the block charge on Grant, which would have been his 5th, and would have made a 2-point game. So we like to save it more toward the end, but their explanation is if they don't fall down, they don't call it. So I teach my guys to flop a little more.
Obviously, Jason didn't have the best shooting night. What did you see from him?
Just passing up some open looks, overthinking it at times. Just try to simplify and not get too complicated. But they're going to sit back in the lane. You have your pull-ups, and like I said, after the first time out or first quarter, 1 or 2 dribbles too many to kind of getting into the teeth of their defense. We got to set screens and free these guys up, and they can walk into the wide open shots. But over penetrated a little bit and got into the crowd a little bit and started overthinking it a little bit.
What are your impressions of the last few possessions? You guys had offensive possessions after you guys took the lead. The Jalen layup, the 2 threes. Would you like to see something different?
It's tough to say with the Al 3. We tried to get it to Jason. They top blocked him, sent him down, and Al popped, and he's had quite a few of those throughout the series with their bigs back and drop. So, he at times want to get some to the basket, but Al, hit 2 or 3 to get us back in the game in very similar situations. On the Jalen, if we have an advantage, we want to take it. If not, run a set, and he got into 2 or 3 guys, I think Lopez and Giannis down there. So that's just a judgment thing. They're going to collapse as they have all game, which got us wide open shots in that quarter. So recognizing what we've had to deal with this whole series, which is attacking their bigs and versus kickouts and dump offs. So like to be a little more cleaner on that one, but not really arguing about the Al shot. He hit quite a few of those pick and pops with Lopez back in the lane. Yeah, tremendous amount. And that's what I said to the group is that we didn't play great offensively in the first half at all. We defended at a high level to keep them to 46, but, only had 50 ourselves. So we weren't as sharp as we needed to be offensively. But after a poor third quarter on both ends, that we could rally back. So the message is continue to guard the way we have other than that third quarter, and then get our offense clicking a little bit more. Like I mentioned before the game, the paint touches are big for us, and at times we got a little stagnant going ISO and post-ups a little bit, but we'd like to have more movement against this team that really loads up.
You made a transition offense. You guys seem to want to push it, but just use turnover or missed layup. How do you guys have to get better in that situation?
Yeah, we have improved, pretty much throughout the season. Early in the season, it was an area that was a little concerning with our lack of finishing or turnovers. This team, especially with their bigs, and they're not the quickest team when they go with their big lineups, and then they crash the glass extremely hard. So we want to get out and obviously go more than 4 for 12 there on the opportunities. But it was something to concentrate on, an area we grew, and that really helped our offense grow throughout the season. So missed opportunities for sure on the fast break.
Rob, okay, taking the shot to the head.
Yeah, he just got banged up a few times. Got beat up throughout the game a little bit. Took some shots, but he's okay back there now.
Marcus, make it out okay.
Yes, yeah, he's good.
What do you guys need to do to free up Jason more? What does he need to handle better about the way they're defending?
I would say take the shots that are there, and like I said, he over-penetrated at times and got into the teeth of their defense where they're down in the paint. But we do like those paint touches and him generating offense for others, but we have to get him going as well. I would say, we talked about the setups and setting screens, which we did a lot better in game 2 to free him up, but we'll go take a look at it. But just looking at the halftime edit and what we saw during the game, he had some open shots that passed up. So nothing they did differently from game 1 and 2. It's our execution-wise on that end to free him up.
And in that third quarter, when you guys are kind of coming unglued a little bit, when your mistakes offensively are leading to transition the other way, you kind of need him to take charge and give a little more to stop that run in that moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's on everybody, honestly. As a group, we had 7 turnovers, and it was kind of evenly distributed. Like to stop the bleeding and somebody score in that situation. It's not solely on him because of how he's being guarded. Other guys will get open looks as well, but more so than anything, it was those turnovers and forced shots that got them out on the break.
It's an extremely physical game, and you guys were able to kind of push them at the end. And Giannis keeled over, trying to catch the sprint at the end. Does that physicality play into your hands over the course of the game, or course of the series, where you feel like you could outlast and pounce at the end?
Yeah, we obviously pride ourselves on that end to keep playing through things like we did throughout the game. But, at times we gave up at least 2 or 3 baskets that I noticed where we're complaining a little bit to the refs, and they're getting out and getting threes. Connaughton got one and Portis got one. So as much as they're going to let you play, we got to play through that and have our composure. And if they're going to play it, call it that way consistently on both ends. We got to play through it and not bitch about calls and get back.
Do you tell them, like, let me yell at the refs?
Yeah, all the time, yes.
To piggyback on that, Coach, Grant Williams, it seemed like he sort of got into that distraction, if you will.
Yeah.
How did you, is it something you addressed it? Did you address that with him?
Yeah, that play that I called the timeout, he gave up the 3, tie game, 13-13 in the first quarter. It was one of the ones that stand out, but just a little bit too much. I mean, let me talk to the refs, let them bitch at the refs, and let's keep playing. We invite that physicality and don't want to be the team crying about it.
Thank you, man.